Good afternoon, my fellow Jurassic fans, and everyone who likes Terradome 3000. Welcome to today's stream. Yo Cheese, who says cheese, and Yo Big Shark 9000, who says hi. Let's get some music on the go. I'm going to go for classical Polar Express. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Turn me down a little bit. Yo Steve. Yo Nostalgia King. All good. Well, this was annoying. As Steve will tell you in the chat, I literally was going to stream about an hour ago, and I go to turn it all on and everything's fine, and then all of a sudden my laptop, my Mac, just decides to suddenly, the thing I use to read the chat, just suddenly decides to assign itself its own IP address and then tell me that it cannot connect to the internet because it needs an IP address, which was like really confusing. And so we were looking it up. Me and Steve were chatting because Steve was going to join me from Steve from Jurassic Unicast was going to join me on Discord to just chat, and it didn't work. So Steve, just for your clarity, how I managed to fix it was I went into the living room and I called Virgin, and for some reason I started to do like I wanted to run do the automatic thing to run through the test. And as she was saying on the phone, I'm going to run for a test, my laptop suddenly popped up this thing that said, you need to run a diagnostic on your router because you're having problems. And I was like, okay, run diagnostic. And it ran the diagnostic and just fixed it. And so before the automatic robot lady on the phone at Virgin, I have no idea. I was just like, why didn't the laptop say that straight away? As soon as there was an issue that meant it was going to force its own IP address on, I don't know. Screw them. But anyway, Nostalgia King says, can I give you some ideas for your series? Yeah, by all means, shoot over ideas. Can't promise I'll use them, but you can send over some ideas. Over an hour of hell, yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, we're going to be doing something exciting today. We're designing a vehicle. So I've got this old school Yo Martin, truly a strange situation. Well, the thing is, we were looking up online, many people have this issue with Macs. Sorry about that. Just checking something on me. Many people have this issue with Macs, but it was an issue that all the fixes were from 6-7 years ago, and there was one from May 2019, but none of them were working. None of them. If they told you to delete a certain folder or do this certain thing, that folder didn't exist, or the thing you had to delete didn't exist. So it was really irritating. I was just annoyed at the fact that my computer was saying, you don't have an IP address to connect to the internet, and then at the same exact time was going, I've assigned you an automatic IP address. So it's well, if you've got an automatic IP address and you need an IP address, just use the IP address that you've automatically assigned me to connect to the internet. But then obviously that doesn't match your router or something. It's I don't know why it did that. It literally came out of the blue. I don't think I did anything wrong. All I've done this morning was download an update for what was it? Flash. Flash need an update apparently. So I downloaded that and then issues. I'm gonna take the brightness down on myself. There we go. Anyway, let's get on with the show, shall we? Yeah, as I was saying, we are designing vehicles, and I've got this sort of blueprint for an old Mercedes van, which I thought looked really old school. I like its kind of stubby front nose. But the thing is, I'm going to be using this as sort of like a outline of the vehicle and then tweak it so it doesn't look like a Mercedes, because obviously I don't want to infringe on copyright laws or whatever of a Mercedes. So we're going to be using this as the basic shell just to get the right shape, and obviously having these 4 dimensions will help me in sort of designing my own vehicle from this. But I like the shape of this, and this is what I wanted to kind of base it on. But where this is going to go is in here. So this is a frame from episode 3. It's unfinished, as you can see. I haven't even done detail on the door. There's no characters, and the vehicle, when it's done, is going to be. Let's raise the door. It's going to be in here. I haven't designed all the detail over this side yet. But the van is going to be sort of sat over this. I might have to make the hole in the floor smaller. So let me... Yeah, so I haven't designed that side yet, like with detail. But this side, this is where the truck is going to be sat. I haven't even added all the detail up here yet. But we'll see. Yeah, so there's going to be the shot which reveals the van and something else which is here, which I don't think I'm going to do on this stream. And I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, when it opens, you're going to see all the detail of inside. And I haven't even done the lighting yet in here or anything. But yeah, so that's where it's got to go. Steve says, I like the old Ford Transit style at the front. Are those wheels a tad bit small? What, these ones? These wheels, they're off in the distance. Size can always be tweaked and everything, so like later on. Oh, well, do you mean these wheels down the bottom here? Well, anyway, let's get to work. So what I want to do is unlock that layer. Add a new layer underneath. That, and then we can fade this one just to get the basic outline. We add another layer which we'll call lines. Now here's a little interesting Yo Gary Pfeiffer. You mean these wheels here, Nostalgia King? So I'll give you a little bit of an interesting factoid about this truck, this what I'm going to be designing today. And I don't know if Clayton's watching yet. He did message me a few minutes ago saying he might drop in, but he might be interested to hear this. This truck was originally picked to be in. No, the truck. Who's using it again? The truck. Oh, the wheels. The truck wheels are too small. Well, this is like a legit, real, like, actual size of a real van. This van does have thin wheels. Anyway, yeah, this truck was originally picked to be used in Jurassic World Regenesis, and obviously we never got round to doing that. So I figured, you know what, waste not, want not. Let's actually use it in this series. Like the design of everything I'm going to do with this truck, color-wise, everything was what I was planning to do for Jurassic World Regenesis. But like I said, like obviously that project fell through. and so I will be reusing it for this. And a lot of Dino-Defenders is recycled from Jurassic World Regenesis. In terms of like sort of set pieces and little ideas for characters and their personalities and that. The thing is, I'm going to be drawing the truck from the front, and then I'm going to have to tilt it up so it can be at the right angle, because the shot it's going in, it actually has like a little bit of a upward angle, as you can see. Like, you've got the ground here. So I'm going to need to like take the front and sort of look at it from above. We'll see how we go. But that's the good thing about having this, is I can take that and the front there and then sort of sort it out. Sketch this bit. Jurassic World Regenesis, never heard of it, says Gary Pfeiffer. It was a project that we worked on between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. It was like our own personal project, myself and Tim and Manuel. And it was going to be like an interactive webcomic. We actually uploaded the first 3 chapters of it online as a kind of test to see what people think. And it got really good positive feedback. However, the program we were using to make it sort of broke. Like, they didn't update it or whatever, so it was a Google-based program, and I think Google just gave up on it. So it became really glitchy and we just couldn't use it anymore. So we gave up on the project. And plus, we were putting a lot of time and effort into something that was an IP that wasn't ours. So, you know, it was Jurassic related. And in all honesty, I was doing a lot of the drawing, and my drawing skills were not up to speed, really. I'm actually going to create like a quite big barrier, because you got to think this is dealing with dinosaurs. So I'm gonna mod this vehicle. What people liked about it, and what I thought was neat, was it was a comic, but the last frame of every chapter of the comic was actually going to be a video. And so there's one of like a baryonyx attack and on the beach. There was one of like Henry Wu holding up an egg, which was originally a Dilophosaurus egg. Now the wheels don't have to be perfect at this time because I'm going to just edit them anyway. Actually no, yes they do. Yeah, don't settle for less. Nostalgia King said, did you know I saw Haru Nakajima at Naya about 4 years ago? Really? A what egg? A Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus, a spitter. A spitter. I want to try and get the angle of the truck right. Battle at Big Rock is coming this Sunday. Oh yes. Finally. Now, here's the thing, is that the right angle? If I just quickly... Yeah, it looks about right. Nostalgia King says, in the novel, Dennis Nedry's death is horrifying when you think about it, or when you reenact it. Dennis Nedry is holding his own intestines, and then the dino is eating it. It's just scary AF. Yes, it's pretty horrific. I mean, all the deaths in Crichton's books tend to be rather, like, sort of brutal and to the point. The way he describes it is, like, sort of really cold and realistic. Not that I know, but he never makes you want, like, want to experience it for obvious reasons. Yeah, the comments in the baby basket is pretty horrific. I mean, I felt really like when Clayton asked me to draw a picture of the baby being eaten by the compies for one of his videos, and I did. And like, I'll admit, like when I was drawing it, I felt kind of like, oh god, this is so. I'm sitting here drawing a baby being eaten by some little compies, and I did not feel pleasant. I will admit. Yo, Dino. How we doing? Steve says, which scene from the book would you wanted in the film? Are we just talking the first book or both of Crichton's novels? I might have to go with... he says both. I'd probably have to go with the river raft sequence. I mean, I know it's kind of like an obvious answer, but at the same time, pretty sick like imagery. And I know we got the Spinosaurus attack on the river in Jurassic Park 3, but that's not the same. And seeing the storyboards of the actual scene as it would have potentially been shot on Derek Davis's YouTube channel, Jurassic Time, like makes me wish they'd actually filmed that, because that's a great sequence where they're like sneaking around this sleeping T-Rex. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I would highly recommend going to check out the storyboards for that sequence that they did for the film. No, I don't think that angle's right, actually. Man, I honestly can't wait for Battle at Big Rock. It's nice to know that the cat is out of the bag with that one. I know like the toys leaked and all that sort of nonsense, but we've been sitting on Battle on Big Rock for a long time. And I've had to be like this, as you know. It's nice that it's coming. And it's funny because even we weren't told that it was coming this Sunday, so like to hear that is awesome. Nice little surprise. Dino says, I didn't even realise Big Rock is a real place. Turns out it's a nature preserve in America. Mm-hmm. Gary Pfeiffer says, Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance on Netflix. It's good. A little cheesy, but it was good. That is, I'll say this, I finished watching that last night. Dark Crystal, Age of Existence, or Age of Existence, Age of Resistance is my favourite thing Netflix has ever produced. Like I loved that show. That was so well done, ridiculously well done. Would you look at that? That we got. It was a perfect blend of CGI and practical. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really cool to see what the see what happens in Big Rock. What I love more is I just can't believe we don't have to wait that long since the technically official announcement. Bradley says, "You're amazing at what you do. Thank you very much." Although at the moment I'm sort of half tracing over this, so half the job is being done for me, but we're getting there. Point actually. Nostalgia King says, apparently lots of people like Mothra better than they do Captain Marvel. No surprise there. Captain Marvel sucks. Dino the Free says, it's also cool to see a new cast that doesn't include Jurassic World's main pair, Deering and Grady. Here's the thing, like, fans have been talking about an expanded Jurassic Park live action thing for so long, and now we're about to get it. We are but days away from getting it, and that is what is awesome. Like, it's really cool that we're going to be getting something live action that is outside of the movies. Bradley says, you're the reason I got into art. Thank you. You honour me with your honesty in what you're saying to me. That's amazing. I hope you're enjoying it. That's what I have to say. And I'll say this, if you want any like advice, not that you're asking for it, but the thing that I like sort of would say if you're just sort of getting into doing art is teach yourself. Like go, like there's so many people online. If you want to learn how to like do a certain technique, or you're wondering how a method is pulled off, so because you want to apply that to your own image, the internet is an amazing tool for finding out tips, but you can search it yourself. You don't necessarily need to go and sign yourself up to a class, although that would be, I would say that's probably good as well. I don't want to like diss people who go off and take art classes or whatnot. But you can you can be self-taught in all this, and over time you'll just pick little things up, tips and tricks, until eventually you can do your own thing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but yeah. The greatest teacher failure is, says Gary Pfeiffer. What's that from? Is that a quote from something? I'm just trying to think. Boxes, and then yeah, okay, so it'll need something on the roof. Oh, I can show you actually. Yeah, so here you go. This was the original file I was using for Jurassic World Regenesis ages ago. Here's the truck I saw in real life. So I took this photo. You know what? Yeah, it was ages ago. Yeah, I took this picture of this truck a while back, and I thought, wouldn't that be great as kind of like a Jurassic vehicle? It's got like the boxes on the roof and these like horns and stuff, and this is like a real life version of it. So I found the specs for that truck, and And that's what I want to put into Dino-Defenders, so... Gary says, never seen The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. No, I haven't seen The Last Jedi. No. Can't be bothered with it. I didn't like Force Awakens or Rogue One all too much, so... I never had the incentive to go see old Last Jedi. Dino the Freak. I'm just wondering if it's going to be a family of dinosaurs or something. Well, you won't have to wait long. Steve says, yeah, I can see what you mean. It would have made a great Jurassic Park truck. Yeah, right? Like, look at that thing. So kick-ass. It's just so old school looking. I was going to use that originally for Regenesis. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to do that because wheels turn exactly the same, don't they? Do this. Oh, thank you, Bradley. That's honestly really kind. He says, you got me interested into storytelling. You're an idol of mine. Storytelling is the most important thing probably ever in human history. You think when humans were first evolving, they told stories on the sides of caves, pictures depicting what they did. When people tell you about their day, even if it's a mundane day at work, they tell you a story about it. There's truth in stories that transcend time, empires, entire ages of people come and go, but stories of theirs live on, you know. You look at the ancient Egyptians with the Book of the Dead, the Bible, everything. Like storytelling is insanely powerful as a storytelling, well, as a method of keeping alive those truths and those values that, you know, people, which help people live their lives as best they can. That's why I love storytelling. Yo, Cretaceous the Hunted. Who's driving the truck again? The people who own this truck, you haven't met them yet in the story. You will do, though, in October. When episode 2 of Dino-Defenders is out. What are the wheels like on the real thing? It's sort of round, but they've got the double tyres. They've got the old zigzag, and you can see the hubcap coming off. See, if you notice, the thing is I haven't added in the lights or anything. It's actually because I'm going to blend a few things. Actually, let's get the size of this up. I think this is good for now. Put it in the garage. God, wrong button. It's funny, I've drawn all that detail, but you're not going to see any of it because the truck's going to be in the way. Okay, and now if I move that back into this one. Oh no, not that one. Back into here. Okay, we can now start to do proper. Oh, that's quite a big image. See, the reason I do all this detail, like I add all this detail in the background, even though you're not going to see it, is because I don't know if I'll need another scene in there, and or if I need another shot. Like if I want to reuse this shot, but have like maybe the truck driving past, or have something like, you know, maybe a dinosaur running past at one point. You know, I've got all this detail in there, so I'll know what is meant to be behind there. Who is English in this show? One of the characters who works in, or both the characters who work in this actually. Like that. Again, that's sort of part of the storytelling. Is one of them has that they have their English flag up on the side there. Okay, so let's let me look up. I've got to look up another truck. So I'm going to do a hybrid of trucks. Where'd that image go? Here we go. So I want the front to look like the Home Alone trucks that take them to the airport in Home Alone. The reason I'm picking these ones is because they're very 90s looking. Wow, so they have like quite a big grill. So what I'm going to have to do is edit. Yo, keep calm and trap hard says hi. I might actually get rid of these little bits here. Okay, so they have two. They have like a big indicator there. Actually, maybe bigger than that. indicator, small indicator, and they have changed the big light, smaller light. Have the copy and paste. Yo, Redhood. See you later, Dino the Freak. Thanks for coming by. We're gonna have that one like this. Okay. Again. Oh, they only have 3. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe I did that wrong. Go from the top of here to about maybe there, and so 1, 2. Look at that. Go in there. That. There. Okay, so we're going to merge those. How many rows does it have? 4. Oh, word. I don't think we. Maybe I'll do 3, and then it doesn't have to be exact. It's my own truck. I'm making up my own vehicle. That's the thing about this series, is a lot of the equipment, vehicles, everything is just made up, because why would I base it on anything real? It needs, in terms of storytelling, it needs to serve a purpose in the story. It doesn't need to be exact to real life. You don't need like a known brand to be in something like Dino-Defenders. As long as it looks functional and you know it's a van, that's the main thing. Like all the weapons and everything, yeah, they're all going to be custom built. Now what I'm going to do is get the same tool. I'm going to take out and I don't mind if the edges are a little bit like out of misshapen, mainly because I'm going to be playing into like shadows and stuff with that. Like the thickness of this compared to this, it doesn't bother me too much. Although something that does bother me is that's slightly out of whack with the other ones. Like so, and then I think the next thing I'm going to do is sort of change the colour of the outlines. Then we can start to... Oh no, wait, I have to do the boxes and the roof rack. Goodness me, I almost forgot. Okay. Starting to get a little bit more of a different look to the van to what it really is. Bye-bye, Home Alone. So I did just notice before I closed that there is an extra sort of line through this. God, it's still unclear. Coming along nicely. Cool. Okay, so let's just do this little roof rack. Simple bars all across there. Take the pixel size down 1 notch. See, with Dino-Defenders, not only am I writing the story, I'm also the costume designer, the set designer, the vehicle designer. I'm the actor. The director. The only thing I'm not is the composer. that's up to someone else. If this was like an actual production and I did everything that you see as you see it, a ridiculous amount of stuff. This is all out of... What the heck am I doing? Go back. The god of Dino-Defenders. But the thing is, it's like, I don't really think about it, but like, everything... Like, getting the writing down, everything you see has to come from my mind. So it's like, I have to try and have some sort of knowledge of how things like would work visually. I'm not trying to toot my own trumpet too much because a lot of this just looks like I'm just slapped it together. And obviously this vehicle isn't necessarily designed by me because I'm just taking an existing design and sort of tweaking it. But I do have an idea in my head of like what I want this vehicle to look like, and so even the romantic scene designer, says Gary Pfeiffer. Well, yes. It's like if it doesn't look functional, it won't work. And that's the thing, so I have to like kind of design stuff to look functional. For the most part, because one of the things is you are watching a cartoon after all. And like I said a few minutes ago, the most important thing about this series is the storytelling. And I had an idea for something which I'm going to scoot around what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but I had an idea for an aspect of the story that happens in episode 4 that I was like, I'm so glad I thought of that in time because it's a genius and risky move to do something. I don't know how it's going to quite work, but I want to do it because it's a challenge. And so I thought of this thing like, 2 days ago I thought of this and I was like, I'm going to put that in the show because I have to. Like, I can't not do something like that because it's like, it's so ridiculous, but at the same time, it would make it stand out, I hope. I don't know if anyone on here follows me on Twitter, but I did put an update saying that once episode 2 of Dino-Defenders is out, I'll be permanently deleting my Twitter account. So just a heads up, come October, my Twitter account will be no more. Be cast into the flames. Why can't I... Oh god. My computer had to catch up with me then. Okay. Not what I want to do. My computer just froze for a second there. Or Photoshop froze, sorry. Are Kate and Hank gonna hook up, says Gary. You'll have to wait and see. I'm not giving away anything like that. Gives the idea though, right? Or did you already have it? The idea of them hooking up? Is that what you mean? I don't think Hank or Kate even talk to one another in episode 1. Wanted to extend this a little bit so it doesn't look so far back. So, Steve says, so how many episodes are planned for this? 6 episodes in total I have in mind. But I have said this before on previous streams. 6 are planned, and I've said there's 6 coming on like the Patreon and stuff. However, there's a certain thing that happens in sort of like episode 4, I would say, that would determine whether it'd actually be 5 episodes or 6 episodes. It just depends on how cool, well, what develops story-wise in episode 4. But I think it will be 6 in the end, like as I've sort of previously mentioned. And I'll say this though, episode 3 is the one I've been looking forward to the most getting to, the one I'm on. Because this is the episode where it all goes wrong. You all knew it was going to go wrong, so that's not really a spoiler. But episode 3 is the one where the shit hits the fan, as they say. So I've been wanting to get to this one for a while. Okay, and then what else have they got on this real life version? Well, they got these extra little bars. Well, they've got one going across the top and then a box. Okay, let me start a new layer. It'll be quicker if I just remove the layer below. Why that's come out a darker red when it's meant to be the same exact colour. Oh well. A little bit. Go, look at that. Now that is coming along nicely. Thinking for the purposes of this shot, actually the door might need to be open. Let's just put it back in the garage just to see which room are we going to have. That should be alright. Don't forget the locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors, says Steve. The locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors. Gary says, how many megalosauruses are there compared to the Megaraptor? Okay, I can tell you that. There is 1 Megaraptor and 2 megalosauruses in the show. And that's an exclusive, because I've never admitted how many megalosauruses are going to be in the show. But not many people watch these streams, so I don't think many people will have that spoiled. Just squishing the little wing mirror here is what I'm going to do. Have the door open. You just squish it and then draw it out like that. It kind of looks like it's 3D or whatever. And then actually what I'm going to do, look at the hinge. It does look like it opens. So now what I'm going to do is actually take the shape of the door off this. Just like that, simple. I think I drank too much coffee. My head is buzzing right now. It's like a quasi headache, but not a bad, not necessarily a bad feeling. Put these lines in. I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I mean, well, this is like the dark, but it should be fine. I don't know if I'm going to keep this line here because that might be a colour. Okay, so we've got that door. Let's copy that. Now what we want to do, actually what we want to do is something clever. So let's see if we can do this. Hopefully this will work. Let's 3D, let's go 3D mode. 3D mode, engage. There we go. So let's see if we can see if we can get the right angle. There we go. Now let's rise it. There we go. So back to normal. And what we're going to do is, I mean, look how pixelated that looks. And there's a shadow. Not going to see any of this anyway. Yo, Gaming Jurassic says 4 dudes watching him draw a van. Yep. Welcome to 2019, guys. Hey, at least I'm not just, you know, wasting time. Have you ever seen Bob Ross? I'm 2019's Bob Ross. Nice to meet you. Oh god, no, I didn't want to delete that. Actually, I'm just going to take this because we don't that. Get rid of all this because we only really need it for the window, the top, and the inside of the door handle. And the angle it's at, I'm going to be redoing a lot of this anyway. The happy little squirrel. Gary Fife says, ever heard the Amazon is burning? Farmers are burning their own lands in the Amazon. That's what's happened. The Amazon burns every single year. Not a new occurrence. And it's ridiculously healthy for the fertilization of the ground, for the forest. Yeah, there's like a lot of. There was a documentary I was watching about logging in the Amazon that came out recently, and they were talking about how the fires are. They were showing how the fires that take place are mainly due to farmers burning land on their, burning down crops on their lands and stuff, or trees, to fertilize the ground. Trash and burn. Trash and burn. Wasn't there that, didn't the French Prime Minister tweet out a picture of, like, the Amazon burning, saying something about how horrible it was, and then someone pointed out that the picture he'd posted of the Amazon burning was a picture taken from 1983, and was from Shutterstock, or was from, like, one of the stock photo things, and I looked it up and it was true. Like, the picture he'd used was from this photographer. You can buy it on, like, one of the stock photo websites, and the photographer who took the photo died in like 2003. I'm all for rainforest conservation and like looking after the rainforest and whatnot. Don't get me wrong. But it was just quite funny to see. Oh no, the forest is burning in 1983. Okay, so let's put those back on. Okay, and we have a door. Well, I might actually, it looks a bit rigid, so I might just curve that side a little bit so it looks less less intrusive on the eyes. I know I said I want, oh god. I know I said I wanted to keep that top bit, but actually what I want to do is reintroduce it. Okay, that'll do for that. So we've got the door open. Yeah, looking good. So what now I'm going to do is colour. Let's colour it in, kids. Let's get this done. What's that quote from Beetlejuice? What does he say? What are we doing tonight, kids? Literally call this layer colour. Now, I'm going to do all like the sort of metallic bits first before I get onto the actual what colours I want. And I already know what colours I want for this van. Because like I said, this van was designed in my head originally for Jurassic World Regenesis. And the colours and everything are all going to be exactly the same as what I envisioned for that. Well, actually, that's the point. Maybe I should change the red. Oh, actually, no, I'll do that. I'll change the red outlines in a minute. It's also with this series, because it's like inspired by things like Chaos Effect, the toy line for the Lost World, and Jurassic Park's toy line and all that sort of stuff. I had to envision a vehicle, and I mean I did it for Regenesis, but the same sort of rules applied. Like for the colours and everything, I was like, ooh, what colours should I use that would invoke action figures? Like the idea of like in your head, it's like, oh, that could be an action figure. And there's one vehicle from the Jurassic toy line that heavily inspired the look of what I'm going to be doing with this. Won't be like exactly the same as the action figure that it's like inspired by, but it will be pretty close. Just gonna retweet the fact that I'm live. Right. I think the roof of the vehicle, this one looks kind of like all metallic, so maybe it does need to be kind of like kind of scrappy like this. Get a kind of sort of false metallic look to it all. So there we go. Good so far. Just subtly take down the colours of grey, just so that sort of the scribbly version comes through, and it kind of gives it a metal look to it. Wait, did I do that on that? Thought I did it on the wrong layer for a second. Oh, I'm drawing with pin light. That's why it's not going over. I was like, what the heck? What have I done? Normal, there you go. Now it's doing it. But let's get this tool here. That, and then we can up the lightness. So, and it kind of gives it that sort of metallic looking roof. Obviously we're going to change all of the details of everything when we come to doing more of the actual intricate details. There's actually one vehicle I need to look at to get a really good inspiration, which is the one from the toy line I mentioned. Let me look it up. See if I can find this. Aha, there it is. So, yeah, the inspiration for the colouring of this vehicle is this. This one right here. The Jungle Explorer. The one that never came out. So, the reason I wanted to look at this is if you can see the colour still goes down, like down here. I don't need to do metal down here because I'll do the colour on that. And it's got these bars on it. Dark. Okay, Let's do the inside, actually. That would probably be wise. The inside's going to be easy because you're not really going to see much of that to begin with. So what I'll do is I'll basically just... Steve says, that'll be sick. Yeah, so that's the idea. I'm not going to do... The colours I'm going to be using are blue and yellow for the truck and maybe a hint of green. It's not going to look exactly like this, but like this is the inspiration. It's like because Dino-Defenders is meant to be like in terms of visuals like a big love letter to the 90s. That's why I wanted to have the truck sort of emulate that 90s Home Alone truck look, and then in colour and design of like the way it looks, it's gonna look like this old chestnut. Like I said, like the inside isn't going to be that detailed for the moment because the light on the windshield, I'm hoping to do something quite clever with that. When the garage door opens, the light is going to reflect off the windshield, so you're not really going to see in, but I want to have some sort of like some sort of detail in there, like with the steering wheel and the first seats, just because when I put the glass in, you will want to see that sort of slightly blurred behind glass, so I can see they have like sort of yellowish seats, but I'm going to go the opposite and go blue. Looks like a mix between green and blue. I love it. Oh, what the colour I'm using? Yeah, is like sort of an off colour blue. Oh, let me get straight up black for these. Dark grey for the bit that's connected to the truck. I might even darken. No, that's actually a bit too much. Maybe just slightly darker for those, so it looks like they're dented in. But now kind of looks like it's bridged in. Geometric says, "Sup Pterodome," and nice, you're painting the cancelled Jungled Explorer from Season 2. Well, it's inspired by it. I'm not actually painting that. So I'm not actually painting the Jungle Explorer. This is just inspiration for what I'm drawing. Because if you look, I'm drawing the I'm drawing a van. Specifically, this van. This type of van. But I've sort of changed the front to make my own vehicle. Okay. I need a dark grey. I'm just trying to get all like the other colours done before I move on to the actual body paint. Okay, like that. And you know what? Actually, I will keep that. I will keep that line there by saying. Side a little bit. Steering wheel. The steering wheel, I want it to be like almost like a leathery brown. Brighter than that. Excited for Battle at Big Rock, Geo? Oh no! Oh no, wait, no, colour. So what layer did I just do the... Oh, I just did the steering wheel on that, for God's sake. I thought for a second I'd done that on the wrong layer. Okay, I'll do that on the right one. Oh, my little sweetie. Bought some nice soft sweets so you wouldn't have to hear me crunch. I'm actually going to drip the actual colour of the tyre here. Put the... No, actually, do you know what? Colour light, I might just up the colour because that's meant to be in the light. Now we'll go a little bit darker for the inside. A lot of variance on grey under here. No, I do not want to install a laptop. Very much. Like that. Go. I don't know if you're actually going to really see that bottom bit. I might need to stretch down the front once it's all done. But I'm going to put it in there anyway, regardless. I might actually stretch down this whole section of the front here. This section here. Because of the angle. Because I've put the angle of the roof on, but obviously the bottom, it's throwing me off a little bit. Looks too sort of snub-nosed. That makes sense. Might actually add a bit. Okay, so now let's get a sort of quasi-dark colour. Yep. Sides of these. It'd probably be quicker just to sort the edge. Nice. Right. Now these lights, I'm going to have them like quite bright. I'm actually going to look at a picture of light and get the sort of look of these lights right first, but for the time being I'm just going to stick them as sort of white like that. Oh no, I forgot to see what. Oh, okay, so they were actually more of the same. Might just put a lighter, just a slightly lighter version of that grey. Put that under here. You can really see where it's getting that that look of that truck I took from Home Alone now. Indicator lights, I've sort of gone for almost like a pastel orange. Again, I'll add in the details of what these lights look like once I start adding all the intricate details on. Anything else? Wing mirrors like on this. I might just do the number plate as like a or off-white. Cool. Oh, and I haven't. I didn't completely get rid of all that. It looks a bit messy. There we go. Steve says, right, Jack, got to do a school run. I'll probably catch up on the video later on. Have a good one, mate. Yeah, cheers. And again, sorry for inviting you on to the stream only to complain about my laptop not working for an hour. And thank you for trying to help as well. Much appreciated. Okay, so let's change the colour of this. What I want to do is gradient overlay. And we want to do it in the colours that we're basically going to use on the truck. So aha, like this. Just, yeah, like that. Okay. I know, actually. Now convert it to a smart object. Now what I'm going to do is grab all of the there. Change those back to grey. Same for all this actually. I know actually the bumper I'm going to do is like a lighter colour. Yeah, we'll have it like that. And then all of the underneath the chassis will simply darken all the lines completely. Like so. Even here. Work, but so Gary says, tell me that truck's not going to hit something, just some bad person. This truck is definitely going to go through some things. Won't run anyone over though. Perfect, like that, and then we just do the inside. Don't want to do that. That looks. There. Top. Ooh, I'll change the music. You're looking good. We're getting there, guys. It's starting to come together. We haven't added the main bulk of the colour yet, though. That's going to require some tricks of the trade, that is. And obviously then we've got the detail to add on afterwards. But we are getting there. Okay. There's the colour so far. The outlines. Now, yes, what I want to do is look at have a picture. Need I'm just looking up something. Okay, so we're just gonna have to make this up. Let me just. Alright, it's going to be a risk, but we're going to take it. We're going to merge those layers, so now the truck is all one layer. Let's just have a look what that looks like in the garage. So far. Looks like it kind of should be there, but there's something else going to be here. The truck's going to be like this. Oh, I don't need this anymore. Ta-ta. Right, so we've got the truck as a level, as a layer. You know what, I don't like lines. Let me do these again. They look a little bit too pixelated because I don't think I've been working at the correct pixels per inch, but what you gonna do? And plus, you're not gonna really tell too much the video when it's done. But I don't even think you'll tell at all, really. But if it helps, better. Even actually. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to call this one hood because this is going to be the hood of the car. So hood of the van. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's do what I said I was going to do and stretch this down. Just a little bit, so it's not so the bottom isn't so obvious. Well, that doesn't look better. Yeah, that looks much better now. Go for 3 pixels wide. I've got some messages to reply to. I have this habit on live stream, I'll just like throw my phone to the side and turn it over. Okay, so yeah, so we've stretched down the front of it, so now that looks better. So we've got this thing called hood. So what I'm going to do is take the shape of the hood. Because we're good, so I'm just going to do it grey. So I've got the hood like this. Will work. It's my own. Yo, MT says, just what I needed after a long day. Jack with soothing painting. Well, hi. Welcome to the stream. He says, here. Gary, I'm going to do this sort of like zebra type pattern. Or zebra, whichever way you want to say it. How we doing, MT? Are we all good? Zebra stripes for the interior? No. This is for the exterior. That would be funny though. I don't know if that looks right. No, because Yo Hawkins family. What happened with my thing? Well, I said this at the beginning of the stream. I wanted to stream at the beginning, and then my laptop just suddenly decided that it assigned itself its own IP address, and that meant that I couldn't connect to the internet to view chat when I was live streaming. Really irritating, but I got it sorted. Now you see, I don't. What was the Discord for? Audio chat? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Discord, you can chat to people, and it's really helpful for like live streams and stuff. Okay, maybe less is more for the hood, so maybe that's good. That's good for the hood. This is going to look so good. But now I need to change the colors, so let me. I'm going to remove the grey. Gonna do this. I'm gonna do a new layer underneath stripes, and do it as white. Like on PS4, do you just create your own private ones and send invites and such? Yeah, it's better than chatting via like games. It's clearer, and you can get more people in and stuff. And you like when I like talk to people over. Let's say I'm talking to Clayton when we're live streaming. I'll be chatting to him via Discord, not the game. Okay, now what I'm going to do is add a gradient overlay. And now we're going to start to see colours of this van come through. So because I'm basing this van, because this van is inspired by this, they have it blue to yellow. So let's see which is better, blue to yellow or yellow to blue. Let's see, because I don't know if I want it to be exactly the same. Maybe I'll switch it. So that would be the same-ish as... Then actually this might be all blue because it's not... Yeah, if it's the hood, that'll have to be all blue. Like a sort of greeny. But like a colour like that. There you go. Okay, so merge layers. Funky. Yes. It's gonna be great. Now I can take that blue at the top and darken it just a little bit more. Go the hood layer. His blue to yellow looks good. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this, James. You've just chimed in, but this van is going to be parked in here. So I'm working on this garage. I haven't finished it yet because I've got to put something on the left-hand side. But the truck is going to be stood over this. So you're not really going to see much of this detail in the background because the truck's going to be in the way. But I figure it's best to. And in the episode, the door, which I haven't even finished the door yet, but the door will go, and it will actually, open up like, and then reveal said van. And you got the dunes hanging over here, some old dunes. Yeah, on just the random crap that's outside this garage. Where's the Kelly Brook calendar? There's a dinosaur calendar. Okay, so now we've got the hood. MT says, I got to collect those cars one day. They are so 90s. On a later car, Lego's Dino series from 2012 had a really good colour scheme with yellow and dark red inspired by the Jurassic Park ride boats. I think I remember those. Well, I know the old, the Jurassic Park ride boats, but so now you can see the wing mirrors are definitely going to be blue because they're up top. And then now, if I grab the shape of the door, we will call this one door. We'll do the exact same. Gayfo says, what kind of dinosaur was that we just saw in the picture? Oh, it was just some, if I'm honest, it's just some made up, just, it's like, I don't know, like a Ceratosaurus with some quills. It's not like meant to be one you see in the series. In the episode, you're honestly going to see it like this big. It's tiny and in the background. It's not meant to be like anything legit. Okay, so we'll colour that. Now we've got the door, so I can take that like, actually. I do that and then I can. Take out what I don't need. Still going to be a lot of neatening up to do with this van, but get there. Yeah, that'll do. And then let's add the stripes in a new layer. Now I'm just gonna, I've got open on Google pictures of vans in tiger stripes. See if I can show you. So I've got like this. I'm looking at. Oh god, that's a huge image. That's really big. I'm just sort of seeing. Well, I can see their tiger stripes go, or their zebra stripes go down vertically on the hood. Should I be vertical? There's other ones I'm seeing where it's not. This is probably the best example. Place it. Yeah, that one seems to have a few, but then I'm gonna leave it. It's my own one. It's my own vehicle. Yeah, it had the stripes sort of going up. Where's that other image I was looking? Yeah, this one. Look at this. This is pretty close to what I'm doing, but I can't see the hood, but I can see the door. So the stripes, there's quite a lot, and they're all jagged. They almost remind me of the Jurassic Park 3 sort of slice. Maybe I should do that as a homage, just have the little free slices. Okay. Simply do it like this. See, the thing I have to remember is that like what I do stripe wise, no matter how I draw this van, I've got to make sure the stripes are all matched up. Which is going to be sort of a kind of a pain in the butt, but get there. We'll do it. See you later, Gary. Thank you so much for popping by. I think you've been here since the beginning. Or James says, what about the old classic logo like the Sky Vans? With like an animal roaring. Sky Vans? What's Sky Van? Oh, the actual... the TV channel thing. Oh, they had like a picture of a lion. I think I saw one of those with a dinosaur on actually one time. It was for like a David Attenborough documentary about like flying reptiles. So I said dinosaur, I think I meant flying reptile. DNA strands. Now I think I'm going to stick with the zebra print. There's other things I've done already that contain like a sort of DNA strand design in it. I won't say what it is because you'll have to spot it. It's very, very secret in episode 2 when that comes out in October. Right, if I'm honest, these are looking quite... These two are looking too straight, I think. A little bit more rigid. Okay, so that looks dropping sweets everywhere. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'm going to take the door and let's do that gradient overlay again. This time we can add the yellow back in. Although for some reason... God. Why is this not working? No. There we go. Maybe move this down a little bit. Yeah. Maybe even more. Let's move it down even more. That's more green than yellow. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is merge those layers together, so now they're one. And I know I've gone over the edges and stuff, but if I put it into behind the door, and then just remove what we don't want again. It's like I wanted to create vehicles, or a vehicle for this, obviously as a homage to Jurassic because they have their classic vehicles. But I wanted to make something that stood out. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, and James, you weren't here for that, I mentioned that this van, everything I'm designing here, was originally going to be in Jurassic World Regenesis that we were working on. Like I took this picture, let me see if I can show you. I took this picture of this van I saw in a car park in the UK, and I was like, oh, I wanna use that. And it's actually a Mercedes-Benz, an old school van. And I was like, oh, imagine that, but like with these colours, and there's like in Jurassic World Regenesis. But then obviously that didn't come to pass, and like this is literally where I got up to when I was editing that back in the day. Look how scribbly this is. Like, I never finished it, but I found the specs for that truck, as you can see, and then what I've done today over this live stream is tweak the front to make it my own, but like you basically use that as the idea, and then this is the inspiration for the look. But this was originally going to be a vehicle in Jurassic World Regenesis, just to be its own unique vehicle that stands out from the other Jurassic vehicles, because we've never had something that looks this kind of like psychedelic. Obviously, since that project fell through and we're not doing it anymore, I figured it would be perfect to resurrect this idea in Dino-Defenders. And here we are. Yo, Sam Neil. MT says, looks like the Defenders are selling seaweed slush. Yeah, selling some sort of weed. God, yeah, look at that. That is, I mean, that is looking pretty darn psychedelic. That is what I want to see. You know, if you were a dinosaur, you would want to destroy this. This abomination of the eyes. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is merge those layers, and I'm going to save, duplicate those layers, because when I come to do the different angles, I want to make sure the hood and the door patterns match, so I'm going to save that as a layer that you can't see. I'll save this layer. I'm going to rename this layer Inspiration. You're probably not going to see this because the Dimetrodon's in the way. Save this one as Lines. Okay. Of course, you lack the red stripe that deters the trikes. Exactly. Exactly. At what point do you want to use my amazing voices for the characters, says James? When I have a massive budget and I can afford to make this into a proper show, like a fully developed animated show. Then I'll get you on the blower. Because the idea of Dino-Defenders is that this is like the way I'm doing it is like this is like animated storyboards. I'm actually going to change the colours. Oh no. That's easier to see. Let me I just want to like change the colours of this so they're not green, because I think blue would be more, you know, it'll blend better with what I've done. Need to get inside here. Poke in. Oh. I don't know where I'm going, but let's just see how we end up. Hopefully that works. Change that. Oh no, we've only got the inside. You know what? Let's go over it. See you later, James. Thank you very much. Jurassic Unicast says James will get paid in pork scratchings and Vimto. Pork scratchings and Vimto is such a hideous combination. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're getting there. It's looking pretty darn sexy. MT says with the color scheme you should have red seats. But you know what? Let's see what that looks like. It wouldn't be bright red. Not like this. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. I might just go for a like sort of maybe a duller red, not so in your face. Yeah, darker, yeah. Ooh, maybe a little bit lighter than that. Bear in mind I haven't put the window in, so I haven't called auto glass yet, so yeah. Alright, cheers for that, MT. See, this is what these live streams are all about. Sometimes your ideas, they help. Yeah, that red really does work. Thanks, man. Okie dokes. Let's see if that. Let's see about adding all the. That line there. I need to. Yeah. Might actually. More. Okay, so let's just add a little. Just do the detail. Why do that? He says, no problem, ain't a gearhead or car modifier for nothing. Well, see, like, you've come to the right stream. Like, this is what it's all about. That van, looking sexy. Let me just think what I've got to add the detail now. So what I'm going to do is blend those two, and before I move on, I'm just going to see what it looks like color-wise when it's added into here. Look at that. It's so hideous. I love it. I love it. That is not what you want to see when you open up your garage. Be something like. Obviously, with the lighting and everything, I haven't like lit it up. You can see, imagine it parked in its garage. Off it goes. Let's just do some details on the inside. Not a pirate ship. Actually starting to get cramp in my hands because I've been painting so much. Oh. Not just... I've been painting for 2.5 hours today, but I was already painting for about an hour before I streamed, and I was painting all yesterday. Been a lot of painting. Like shots like the one I'm working on in episode 3, like this one. God, why can't I... Yeah, shots like the one I'm working on, like this, there's so much detail. Like this whole background, if I can show you on live stream, this whole background started as a watercolor. Obviously the green screen's going to mess with that, but it started as just a simple watercolor that I put into the computer. And then edited the background, and then did all the background over here. Got all the trees, getting the blur on, doing all the grass, like all these blades of grass I added, the details down here, and then going into this. And even then, I haven't finished all the detail in here because I've got this whole side of the room here to do. And I had to look at. I have. Let me just see if I have this. Oh, do I not have that file here? Oh wait, of course I do. Yeah, so like I have this file here, and here we have the base from a different angle, so or like the garage from a different angle. So I knew that I had to have a door over there, and all this gear here. This is from episode 1, so like the waste bin, you're not really going to see the waste bin, that's just there. So it's taken a lot of work just to get to here, and then today, what it's taken me, you know, over 2.5 hours to get to this point where I'm drawing this van. So these kind of frames where it's like a static shot, it's not moving or anything, it's like there's a lot that goes into them just to get that perfect look. Okay, so what I want to do now is look at car headlights, van headlights. And then I'm gonna have a look at this. And I just want to see how like the light. This is a kind of gradient with a little brown bit in there and then white. So let's add a new layer and we'll call it details. This looks loads better than a Toyota Prius. I don't even know what a Toyota Prius looks like. I'm not really a car person at all. Oh, is that like those electric cars? Is that the ones that are like really silent and they've got like the back? Maybe I do know. Maybe I do know a little bit. Hello? Why can't I go? Ah! What happened there? That's what I want. I wanted to see the same angle on both sides. Okay. I'll do it. I want to get it so it looks like this. Something going on in the headlights. Why is Photoshop doing that? Undo. Keeps freezing up for some reason. Done it again. Oh, it's whenever the mouse... This. All I want is like a little line in there, but a very faded one, just for that extra little bit of detail. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Now we're going to add some sort of lighting onto the bumper. Try and get it to have that chrome-ish look. I do have an idea for this actually, but I'm just going to toy around with this first. That. And then if I grab this line. Actually do chrome special effect. God, it's done the whole thing. There you go, let's get the old bumper. Chrome. Just subtly, and then we'll just take out this for the number plate again. Like so. If I convert that to a smart object, dodge tool, highlights, add in some lovely sheen on this chrome bumper. So, some burn at the bottom. That is so weird. If I want to press backspace, but got the stylus over the trackpad, it doesn't actually go back. That's so strange. Okay, so we've got like a nice chrome looking fender, is that what you call it on a car? We'll add that to details, so starting to add the details that'll make it all come together. A little bit in between the seats, so it sort of separates the seat a little bit. And I actually want to grab I think the driver's seat might look a little bit too big. Bring that down. Heck, we can even add in a go back to details. Add in a little gear stick, just poking up over the top there. Better if I got a colour that you could see. I got one of those really long gear sticks. The all details like this I'll have to remember when I come to do the interior shots of people driving this. To come back and reference this picture. We'll add wing mirror, or a middle mirror, sorry. Actually have it the same color as cool. And then I'm just going to grab... You should get the gear knob in the same color as the steering wheel when you get something as classic as a wooden wheel in the 80s. It should be a matching knob. Okay, cheers. Cheers for the heads up. I will do that. Glad you're still watching. I thought you might have disappeared on me. I have to hold the stylus up if I want to go back. Yeah, let's do that. I was doing that bloody pin light thing again. Just a bit tired after work and I don't want to interrupt too much. No man, I don't mind if you interrupt. See, it's funny, when I design stuff like this, and like imagine, I wonder what this would have looked like had you not been in the chat, MT, with your, you know, your knowledge on vehicle design. Like, had you not been in the chat, like that knob wouldn't look the same. The seats would still be blue. Okay, that is coming along nicely. I'm going to change the handle a bit. There. And tweak the wing mirror so it's not so spiky on the corners. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worst, but it's coming together nicely. Cheers, man. But like I was saying, like this isn't a real vehicle. Like I've made a hybrid of two vans that I wanted to blend together because obviously for copyright issues and stuff with the series, I didn't want to like step on anyone's toes. So that's why I wanted to sort of make my own vehicle that kind of looks like one that exists but doesn't. And yeah, it's actually turning out sort of exactly what I was hoping it would do. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. Oh, I actually want to sorry, I just want to... A little bit rough down there. Well, I should save this. Let's save this as... Save it as van edit. Nice. I'm gonna add the windows in, and then I'll start adding more details. Well, actually, I need to. Let's just do the details first. For the wheels, we need to add tracks. Opposite on this side. Gussie Unicast, nice touch on the gear stick. Oh, cheers. Yes, it's not looking too bad, is it? Also on details, I just want to add some mud. Oh, and some more orange on these lights. Now, I might need some help from you guys in the chat with something in a second. The number plate is not actually going to be a number plate. I want it to say something. I want it to be like text that says something like funny. Like, for example, in Aliens, on the dropship, they have the logo, the Bug Stomper, or something like that. It's called like the Bug Stomper. So I want something like that, because obviously this truck isn't being used in a public place. It's in a jungle in the middle of nowhere. So they have something funny there instead of a number plate. So what do you think it should say? I'm open to a lot of ideas. I'm not too fussed. Dynamite. That's a pretty good one. MT says, if I was to change a second thing, it would be to have the mirrors in the same material as the roof. It looks a bit more rugged, and many vans have mirrors in chrome or metal. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take your word for it. All the mirrors from here. All I'm going to do is just take the colour out. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Like, you know, in Twister they have those vans, and there's the one with like the tornado along the side, and there's the barn burner. They all have like names for their vehicles. I want something like that. Dynamite, slushing middle claw, slashing middle claw. Or yeah, get what? I don't know if I like dynamite because it's I don't know. It's like if this name had a van, if this van had a name, sorry, what would you call it? And it can be dino related. This van is like, as I mentioned, is like heavily inspired by a lot of things. I forgot to mention Twister earlier. Like they have all their different vehicles, and I wanted to create something that looks like it could have been like a dinosaur version of that. Oh, I forgot to add the bars. That's going to go into details, but I need to. I'm going to add all these together now, and do the windows. Oops. Point sample? What? Then like. Okay, I'll just do it like that instead. When is the story set? If it's from before 2010, it could have bar lights like the ones on the JP Explorers. If new, it should have LED bar. Lizard drafters. Well, I don't say when the thing is set, so I wouldn't worry about that. I'm thinking the bars should be more like what we see on this toy. Like where it's kind of like the... I don't know, you might be the expert, but are the bars on the old Explorers, like... Is that, like, accurate? To real life? Lizard drafter. I like it. I like Lizard drafter. It's close. I don't think it's the actual name. The Groovy Gecko. Okay, James. Or Steve, whoever's behind the dressing unit. I think it's Steve, actually. The Groovy Gecko. Because I have a leopard gecko as a pet, so you hit the right nerve with that one. I think that might be it. The Groovy Gecko. Although it's zebra stripes, but it's not got. It hasn't got gecko pattern on it. But yeah, I can. Who's gonna really care? Groovy Gecko. Yeah, okay. I'll call it the Groovy Gecko. Who cares? Exactly. See? Nobody cares. Nice hat. What you trying to look like? Us? I just blurred the inside a little bit, so blur the back a little bit more so you don't really necessarily see it. See, look at that. Starting to really come together now. Vagabond. Vaga was the son of Animal's Hammond clone before the dinosaurs. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to go with Groovy Gecko. Oh god. Bend it around like that. Oh, do you know what? I've just been sitting here thinking, actually, I hate to say it, but Groovy Gecko would have only really worked had I done a gecko print on it. I'm really sorry. I've just been sitting here thinking, actually, that doesn't exactly work. Like, I want that to work so badly, but that would mean changing the design, and I like the zebra print look rather than a gecko print look. Sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. Groovy Gecko's so good. I'm thinking like maybe like lizard something. Okay, so let me add... Windows are good. Those. And then I'm going to do... I'm going to take a colour from the actual Jurassic Park Jeep. Oh, that's good. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to make a box. Fully open. The opacity. And then I'm going to go back into 3D mode. No need to change it, but have you noticed you can't close the door? The front window is at an angle, but the door is 90 degrees square. What? The front window is at an angle, but the door is 90 degrees square. I'm not sure what you mean. So now we're into 3D mode, so this is so I can add a box to the roof. Look at the model in the right corner. What? Huh? Look at the driver's door. The window and door frame is angled, not 90 degrees. Wait 2 seconds. I'll have a look once I got this box done. If I can get this box to go up. How do I get it to go up? Okay, that's side to side. Ah, there we go. Right. Okay, let me rasterize. That. Let me. What do you mean? Sorry, English is not my mother tongue, and it's been a long day. You mean the door? Look at the model on the right. Look at the driver's door. The window and the door frame is angled, not 90 degrees. Does the door need to... Let me see if I can do this. Does the door basically need to be brought in a little bit like that? Is that what you're saying? Is that better? I'm not quite sure I see what you mean. Actually, I did just see that the little bit of detail missing from here. There's no the left side of the door at the window. Never mind, I can't seem to find the right words at the moment. Yeah, I mean... I honestly, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what you mean. In the... You'll be able to see the underside here, if that's what you mean. Alright, this box. Should be trapeze-like in angle if you don't have a 90 degree front window then. Oh, I see what you mean. You're saying the door is too square. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. That if the door was angled, it should be more like... We do it like this, actually. You mean like... Like this? Like more... God. Yeah. It looks a little bit odd. I mean, I imagined it was... Yeah, I like it as it is. It's not... You're not going to see it. I don't know. It doesn't look weird to me. It's meant to be like fully open. But I kind of see what you mean. It might just be more... Okay, back to the box. Let's get this box done. Gonna open up that picture of the van again. The box. There's a lid and some straps. FYI, I'm probably not going to be streaming for much longer now because I'm getting knackered and there's some other things I need to do. And we're getting close to the end. What I'm doing with this truck. I'm going to put three little notches in there. The last little bit before I finish the stream I want to do is add bars onto it, so see that they had that strapped to the actual bars. That's good to know. Move that box over. Sort out this. One last question though, do you look forward to Battle at Big Rock coming out in 4 days? Of course I do. Of course I do. Can't wait. I can't wait for everyone to see it. Like, it's been nice to... I mean, I've been sitting on Battle at Big Rock for some time, ever since I knew about it back in... God, when did I go? Let's have a look. Since October last year. That's how long I've been waiting for Battle at Big Rock. That's when I found out about it. To be keep quiet. Okay, let's add these little straps on. Just some little higgledy-piggledy strap, doesn't have to look like something to make it look like it's secure. It's going to be interesting to see how it presents itself. I reckon fans are going to absolutely love it. That looks pretty good. Now bars, and then we're going to be done. Oh, actually no, sorry. Well, I mean done for the stream. I've still got to add like a little name on there and stuff. Mud. We need mud. I hope so. I was sad to see the fandom split after the release of Fallen Kingdom. Hopefully everyone gets something out of it. I will say this. I wouldn't say the fandom is split after Fallen Kingdom. The fandom gets split after every movie. Like, there's not been one Jurassic Park sequel that hasn't split the fan base to some degree. Fallen Kingdom, I'd say the split was about the same as Jurassic World. And The Lost World, like, you can't really measure what the split was like because the fandom wasn't really even... Like, the fandom was there, but most of them were little kids, you know? Get a little mud on the tires. Yeah, that's right. That's right, I sung some Brad Paisley. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Get a little mud on the tyres. Underneath. Chassis. Maybe a little bit up here. Flatted up. I remember Clayton saying that people wanted Spielberg off the Jurassic franchise after The Lost World. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like... I'll admit, Fallen Kingdom got shafted by the critics. And I have no idea why, really. But, the fandom, I wouldn't say, was like anything different than what we've seen before. This is so weird that I have to backspace and lift my stylus up. What am I doing? I need to... Yeah, I just want a slight faint there. Forearm across. Add some mud all across the door, streaking up. It's a good old splatter of mud on this light. Heck, well, let's just add some onto the old number plate, even though we don't have anything on there. Brad Paisley is great. He's a good old fella. Can't go wrong with a bit of old classic country rock. Although he's probably... people who actually like listen to country music probably hate him. He's like, you know, you listen to Brad Paisley, you've sold out as a country singer. I don't know. I'm not in the country singing circuits. But I do know Brad Paisley. Gonna add some marks like this. Oh, that is a beautifully muddied up vehicle. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Add some scratch marks, not dino scratch marks, but like general wear and tear scratch marks. Been used. They've been getting the box off the roof. Okay, I think it's time to add the bars before I go. Before I forget. That's all that detail on there. God, this is looking pretty darn good. Well, do you know what? Actually, for the lights, I just want to add. See if I can do an effect. Oh, no way, it's going to do the whole thing, isn't it? I want to see about something. No. Doesn't. That looks kind of good. You duplicate that layer. Mirror it. But I'm not going to actually keep those like that. I'm going to do that and end it. There. Right. What are you saying? MT says, my only two gripes with Fallen Kingdom is that Owen jumped and was unhurt after jumping from the cliff, and Claire downshifting a diesel truck to go faster. I see. I had no idea, but yeah, okay. She downshifts to go faster. All right. Does Muldoon downshift to go faster? I'm curious, or does he do it right? You know when Muldoon is there escaping the T-Rex? Okay, bars. Right, let's do the last little bit then. Then I'll go. What are we looking at? One long black bar, two down the side. I'm going to do the bars pretty much exactly the same as the toy because nice little homage. So let me get the ink. Come over here. So you want one along the top, like. The one along the top like that. Two. One there. The Jeep was, I believe. The Fallen Kingdom one was not. Okay. I love that. She downshifts to go faster. So funny. time, and then yeah, maybe Claire didn't know. But let's not make excuses. That's just the filmmakers not caring, but not caring for the details of car gears, or van gears, should I say? That means, you know what that means? That means the critics were all right. Film's shit. I think that was something they caught in post, and they were like, "Oh damn, can we CGI her shifting in the right way?" And they were like, "That would cost $10 million to do." And they were like, "Ah, she's just gonna have to downshift." Hey, would you look at that? We got some bars, but obviously they need some more detail. You edit her shifting in reverse. Yeah. Van's looking so good, thank you, and you're done. See you later, Steve. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, I'm gonna be done once this bar is done and it's on. So let me do layer, bevel, and emboss. We're gonna do this again, but we'll do it this time. Add a shadow. There we go. Look at that. After I might want to make this a little bit bigger just so it's a little bit more in your face. That just needs, let me convert that to a smart object. I'm actually going to duplicate that layer as well. Save that as a separate. Bars. Or bats. The reason the Lost World got negative reviews was because the Mercedes of Eddie's car had smoke pouring from its tyres in mud. Yeah. Ah, that's another one. Did Eddie downshift? Did he do everything right? Like, was Eddie's shifting abilities all good? Hang on a second. Why is this not working? Am I missing something? It's working. Not bad at all. Cheers. Did he say not at all? What? So Eddie got everything wrong, did he? I mean, he was. Was the car? Were the wheels smoking because even though he was on mud, or was the engine smoking because it was trying to hold up the trailers? Can't remember now. I'm just trying to think where the smoke was emanating from in the film. There we go. Let me merge the bars. And there we go. After 3 hours 45 minutes, we've got to this point. I'll probably add a couple more bits of detail on the roof when I come to add it into the picture. But actually, to be honest, let's just bung it in there now. Look at that. Have it like there somewhere. Nice. What's that? The right? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh no. All right. Okay. All right. I'll fix that before we go. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I got your back. I got my own back. It's my drawing. You've got my back. No, it should be. It's a little bit on the outside. So if you look where that comes, it's about there. So that should be. Ah, it's just maybe a little bit lower. Why is that not doing it? Get in line with that one. Oh, the one in the middle. This one needed fixing anyway. Be there. The one in the middle. Oh, I see what you're saying. Go there, look. Okay. Yep. No, now that looks off to me. Why does that look off to me? Are these lights the same size? I don't think they are. No, look, one's bigger than the other. Yeah, there they go. Okay, right, that'll be it. I gotta go. Let me... So, yep, there we go. Good work. I'm gonna duplicate the bars again and then save them again, because they're the right ones. Bars. Much better, there you go. So, and then I can bung that into here. Let me get some of the detail in. Might make it a little bit smaller. Still, there you go. I've got to sort the floor out anyway because there's a big hole. I need to make the hole. I need to make some, like, I don't know what you do in a mechanic's place, but anyway, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. It took us 4.5 hours to draw a van, or 4 hours, sorry. Yeah, episode 2 of Dino-Defenders is coming out in October, so please look forward to that. I will be live streaming again in the near future at some point. I'm going to turn this music down now. Yeah, thank you very much if you're watching this live stream back. And it's archived on my channel. And let's have one more last look at this van. Oh, look at that. I will come up. Let's see, we didn't even need a name actually because the bloomin' number plate got covered up anyway. So there you go. That's all good. I did like Groovy Gecko, but yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you on the flip. Bye.